Hello friends, welcome to Good Better Vest. I am Mike Vest and this is part 5 of this Zebrawood Pango Les Paul guitar kit. We are going to look at how I installed the pickups, the hardware, and then all the electronics. So let's check it out right now. Dang it. Okay, so I'm going to shift to voiceover here because I assumed this part was going to be fairly straightforward. I'm laying out all the parts. I'm going to just put it together very quickly. But unfortunately, it didn't go as planned. These parts that didn't fit, the bridge, the tailpiece pins, the pickups, the input jack, nothing fit. So I grabbed a pencil, wrapped some 80 grit sandpaper around it, and just started going through all of the cavities thinking, okay, I can knock this out really quickly, just, make them a little bit bigger. This took a long time. This was 3 days of several hours of sanding with that 80 grit little pencil there. So any suggestions, tips, or helps right here, I would love. I wanted to remove material, but I didn't want to remove too much material. So I have read about maybe metal files, or maybe just I should have used a lower grit sandpaper, but it really did take a long time. The pickups weren't able to adjust up and down. They didn't rock at all, like you can see here on this. This is on an Epiphone Les Paul. They just don't rock. They don't move at all on this kit. So a lot of sanding over and over. And finally, I move on from the pencil and 80 grit technique. I grab my rubber sanding block and just started to really dig it away right here until finally it fit. So then lay everything out. This is after 3 days. Put little pinholes, drill the holes for all the hardware. I put a little piece of tape on the drill bit so I don't drill in too far. Just drill all the holes, finally get everything installed here. Which that was straightforward. That was what I was expecting to happen. So next time I think I'm going to pre-lay out all the parts, just do a complete dry fit and make sure everything fits completely. So I've got all the hardware on, and now I am about to install all the electronics. We're going to solder and put this together. So I found this book on Amazon that has some wiring diagrams and went through and found the one that fits most like what it already came wired. Because if you can see it laid out right there, a lot of it is pre-wired. So here is the picture in this book I found of the wiring that I'm going to attempt. So having it all laid out was really helpful in just putting the wiring through. And then I just put a couple screws in the pickups and kind of pulled the wires through where they needed to be and started soldering. Soldering is fairly easy. I wish I had a little more practice and I was a little cleaner with it. I think maybe my soldering wire is a little too thin because I find that it just dissolves, it just vanishes. So I think I need a little thicker soldering wire. Or any tips or advice you have on soldering, love to hear that. I just got this kit on Amazon with the fan and the little stand that it stays in. And after I got it all in, all soldered together, then I just start tightening all the pieces, making sure the volume tone knobs are in the right place, making sure the input jack's in the right place. And there we go. Just screw it back all together and then we're ready for the next step. So there we go. That took about 3 days to get these all sanded down, and then about an hour and a half to get the electronics and everything soldered and the holes drilled and all the hardware installed, including pushing the pins for the tailpiece and the bridge. So that did take a little bit more work than I was expecting. I thought it would just go right together. So just be aware you're going to need to take time and make sure everything is okay. Again, I think I would have done that at the beginning, maybe even pre-drilled all the holes for the hardware and everything, just to make sure everything fits. I'm going to do a total dry fit on the next one. I would recommend doing that. But that's what this is all about, is learning, going from good to better to vest, right? And I hope this is helpful to you. I would love for you to subscribe and join me on this journey and comment And let me know what else you'd like to see, or if you have helps for me. Next time, part 6, we're going to see how to do fret rocking and just a good setup if you have to file the nut down and just get it ready to play really nice. So check it out. All right. But until then, don't rest until your good is better and your better is best. Peace. Nailed it.